One of the biggest events that Marvel has had in Marvel Comics in the last 15 years was Avengers vs. X-Men. And the further we get away from the Avengers core members being on films, the further we get away from people caring for Avengers vs. X-Men. Well, it sounds like we're not going to have to wait long because this film might be right around the corner. Make of this rumor what you will, but reportedly Marvel Studios has figured out that we need to give the people what they want. So apparently what the people want is Avengers vs. X-Men, which honestly, sure, I'll take it. I mean, I wouldn't complain about it, right? Especially if you can bring back a couple of MCU Avengers that are gone. I mean, yeah, this would honestly work. And I think if you were to position this right and do the right type of build-up, you can deliver something that gets everybody excited. Now, the big issue I see with this, and this is truly like the biggest problem I would have with it, is that hero versus hero and the whole versus thing, we've seen that it's kind of hard to pull off. And even some of the best ones, like Godzilla vs. Kong, it's still very schlock and B-level, and they don't review well. And we know if an Avengers film is a versus film and it does like 70 on Rotten Tomatoes, it's considered like a 2 out of 10. You know? Marvel Studios, unless they're in the 90s, it's considered terrible by people. I don't know why that's like the perception. Every other brand, it's like, oh, you're above 60. All right, you're doing good. Marvel has a different grading curve, I guess. So the moment you stick verses of two popular, beloved teams in here, you better make sure that it works. You know, and I know somebody's going to bring up, oh, but Civil War. I like how we've hit revisionist history now, where apparently Civil War was never complained about. It's exactly what people wanted, and it definitely did not underdeliver because BVS delivered, because that was literally the consensus for years. But now people are doing the whole, well, actually, it was good back then because the new stuff is terrible. Again, Civil War was great, but that was a different thing. Avengers vs. X-Men would be clear-cut what this is. And I just don't know if they can make it work. I hope they could. I trust that they would hire talented writers. But to me, there's a lot of stuff that needs to go into this to make it make sense. And one of the biggest selling points is it needs to be characters we know. If the X-Men are other multiverse variants, we kind of lose some interest.